DefiDaryus Digital Asset Junkie TV. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me. You guys, Bitcoin is crashing. It's at 65,000. Let's take a look at it right now. Let's take a look. Bitcoin's at 63,000 right now, you guys. These are crazy prices. Ethereum's at $1,841. XRP's at 116. Oh my gosh. These are sell prices. Oh man, shout out to all my DCAers, my dollar cost averagers. Okay, that's dollar cost averaging. Trust me, I've been dollar cost averaging my off. Okay, my is off. I have no. Okay, it's flat as a board. Okay, a lot of stuff is going on. Okay, a lot of we're learning a lot about the leaders of the world. Check out what my boy Dan Peña. Shout out Bitcoin, Bitcoin Maxis. It's been a rough month for you guys. Shout out my boy Tony Peña.
If you knew who was really behind Bitcoin, you would run as fast as you fucking could to sell it. I know, 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
One day.
In a microsecond. Whoop, like that.
So Dan Peña says it, man. Bitcoin's going to zero. That's what he says, because he says it's behind some really, if you knew who was behind it, and we all know who's behind Bitcoin, who put the seed money behind that. We'll see. I don't see Bitcoin going to zero, though. I don't know, though. I'm not an expert. I'm definitely not as accomplished as Dan Peña. Okay, I like that dude. I'm going to take his word for it. I haven't bought Bitcoin since 2017. And I never even really bought Bitcoin. My brother sent me Bitcoin for his son's haircut. Shout out to my bro. But yeah, man, a lot is going on, man. Shout out XRP Army. XRP has been looking real bullish lately. You know, XRP has been looking real bullish. Let's listen to these guys talk about XRP real quick.
What would it be like if we could put the banking industry directly on chain? So you've heard some of the other tokenized asset talks today. So the question is, instead of having like a Circle or a Tether in between, one of US banks put dollars directly on chain, including the XRP ledger. So that would mean that the ledger of record isn't some like old 50-year-old bank core, it's actually the blockchain. And so to do that, had to buy a US bank, and you can imagine, even though I'm ex-Federal Reserve, having worked at Ripple, made some other investments in crypto, it was not an easy lift, but last year we were finally approved. Might have helped that I ran for Congress and was going to make a stink. And
right, and here in Nevada, right?
Here in Nevada in the 2nd District. We purchased Vast Bank.
You guys,
SEC,
listen close to what he's saying, man.
Fed holding company. And we have one purpose, which is to put the US dollar on chain. And what that means is these are FDIC insured US dollars, complete with Reg E chargeback protections, means if you get robbed, you get your money back, running on chain. And in particular, under the new administration with open banking and fair access, those dollars can be held by every person all around the world. So that means essentially everybody in the world has a US dollar deposit account, FDIC insured. And so I'd ask you a question. You've heard about the new 5% tax. If you're on this ledger and you're sending money from, you're here under one visa and you're sending it back home to your mom, if that money never leaves being a dollar, never leaves the country, never even leaves the bank, is that a remittance? I don't think so. I think in this new world, if everything is on ledger, including the XRP ledger, and it's just moving on ledger, what does it mean anymore to move money from one country to another? It doesn't really happen. It just all stays on ledger. And it's the XRP ledger that made that possible all the way back in 2012. That's really why I joined Ripple to this day. And so buying a bank and putting US dollars on, we've also made an investment in the Bank of London, and I'm closing a bank deal in in Europe soon. So that means dollars, pounds, and euros running 24/7 bank money on chain.
Y'all heard what he said. Dollar, pounds, and euros running 24/7. XRP, if you shout out XRP Army, man, you guys been through a lot. You know, XRP, I bought my first XRP token around 2015. Okay. And I sold. All right. We had a big jolt. So I got back in around 2017. And I have not looked back since. Okay. But I did not, I would have never sold the first time if I knew what I was holding. You guys, XRP, if you own XRP tokens, you have money processing tokens. That's what, that's what an XRP token is a money processing token. Okay. All right. XRP is very valuable. Okay. Here at Digital Asset Junkie TV, you know, I got really inspired when I read Warren Buffett's book, and him and Charlie Munger. I found out that their strategy, how they look at it, okay, is they pick three. They pick three companies in blockchain. I guess in blockchain, let's say tokens, okay, because Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, they don't buy crypto tokens. I'm just taking this strategy that they had when it came to, you know, stocks, and I'm putting it to blockchain. I picked three. I picked my sector. Okay, so we all know that the three sectors that are going to jump in blockchain Web3, okay, are going to be the ISO banking tokens, the ISO friendly tokens, okay, ISO 20200. I probably messed that up, but you guys know the new ISO format. The tokens that are compatible with that, the XRPs, the XLMs, the XDCs, Hedera. Okay? Those tokens, I call them banking tokens. You got your AI tokens, your near protocols, your Fetch AI, ICP. There's a few other AI tokens. Okay? All right. What about the gaming tokens? Okay, because gaming is going to pop too. The gaming sector. We could add the gaming sector along with the gambling sector too. Okay, so those are the three sectors. Okay, the gaming and gambling. All right, the ISO friendly banking tokens and the AI tokens. Okay, so pick your three and go all in. Okay, try to get to 5,000 tokens minimum. Okay. You know, I'm not gonna, whatever. I don't mind beating a dead horse. Okay. Check out what Vitalik, you guys know who Vitalik is, Mr. Ethereum. Vitalik warns of crypto doomsday scenario. Vitalik Buterin says his greatest fear is if crypto becomes just speculation with no real applications. Okay. He warns that if people only gamble, this industry will die. To avoid that, he says we must build real value, true DAOs, true dApps, okay, with real use case. Okay. All right. So, guess who replied to this? Of course, you know, the handsome Dom Williams, okay? All right, the chief scientist at DefiDaryus Foundation, the foundation behind the Internet Computer Protocol token, okay? Dominic says he's talking about ICP and caffeine, okay? Today, we have proven World Computer providing powerful sovereign on-chain cloud. In 3 months, caffeine has been available. 162,000 fully on-chain apps were built and 40K in production, enabling dApps using ETH next. Come on, man. It's going to get real, you guys. It's going to get real. And what's going to happen so in Web3, right? Shout out Ethereum. Shout out everybody holding Ethereum. Okay. I got a few crazy stories about Ethereum, man. I'm an Ethereum holder myself. I lost, I think, like 2.7 Ethereum. All right. I don't even want to think about it. But Ethereum is one of those technologies that everybody uses in Web3. Okay. All right. Ethereum is known for having the most, proficient, the best developers in Web3. Okay. So, do you know where most of these developers are going to? And this is, do your own research. Okay. This isn't financial advice. I'm not giving people financial advice. I'm just talking shit. Okay. A lot of those Ethereum developers are going to go to Internet Computer Protocol. Internet Computer Protocol has the most developers in blockchain. Internet Computer Protocol could make you a developer. I don't know your history. I don't know your level of knowledge when it comes to coding or developing apps or websites or anything like that. But guess what? Internet Computer Protocol mission is to make everybody developers. Okay. So what's going to happen is people that are invested in Ethereum, all right, they're going to find this out. They're going to know that their developers are going to Internet Computer. Okay. So guess where the money's going to go? Exactly. Internet Computer. All right. You guys, the name of the game when it comes to Internet Computer is staking. Okay. If you go on their internet, their network nervous system, okay, you can take a look at what's going on the Internet Computer Protocol blockchain. All right. So the name of the game is to accumulate as many ICP tokens as possible, stake them, and then start earning passively. Because guess what? You're not going to earn anything of value if you don't have a lot of ICP tokens before you stake them. Because that's how you get more tokens passively. Okay. All right, you guys. Dude, this is exciting times, man. Don't get discouraged, you guys. Don't get discouraged over these prices. These prices really should put a battery in your back. Okay. All right. Don't get discouraged over your portfolio. The portfolios are shot right now. What we should be looking at is the sale that's going on. Let's take one more look. Man. All right. Let's take one more look. XRP is at $1.18. Solana's at $78. This is crazy. Chainlink's at $8. All right. Avalanche, one of my favorite blockchains, is at $8.43. Sui's at 90 cents. Oh my God. Zcash is at $2.16. Come on, man. Monero's at $3.03. It's that time, you guys. It's that time to buy. Where's my other token? Where's my other AI token? Where's my other AI token that I love so much? Artificial Intelligence Alliance, Super Artificial Intelligence Alliance, or Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. 15 cents! You guys, it is a sale going on in Web3. Don't get discouraged about what's going on. All right, these weirdos that run the world, they're getting what's, I'm not going to get into that, you guys. You guys, just stay focused, man. Let's make sure we accumulate. We have to get at least 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 shares. Minimum 6,000 shares. I'm saying that right now. Minimum 6,000 shares. You dig what I'm saying? And then you move on to the next. All right. That's what we're doing here at Digital Asset Junkie TV. We're combing the landscape. If you guys have tokens you want to talk about, please comment on it. Please like and subscribe. Go to my X account. Go to my Instagram. Give us a follow. Please. Digital Asset Junkie.